Welcome to Tech Topics. My name is Stephanie and I'm an assistive technology and activity specialist with Future Insight. I hope that you'll subscribe to our channel, like this video, and check back frequently for more content. I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about an app that comes with your iPhone. So right out of the box, you have an app that is the weather app. And this is a great app for practical purposes that we can access using Siri for many things. Hey Siri, what's the weather today? What's the forecast tomorrow? What is the sunrise today? Some of those things we ask Siri, are really in the weather app and more. So there's more in the app. If you're not sure, though, if your weather app is still on your iPhone, sometimes we offboard things without realizing it, updates and things like that. So if you want to know if it's really on your phone, just ask Siri, open weather app, and if it doesn't open, then you need to grab it again from the App Store. And we do have tutorials all about the App Store and how to use that on the playlist here on this channel to check out. So again, as I mentioned, Siri can do many things with, all apps to engage with, but there are more features inside the app to talk about. We'll look at the layout and then how to interact a little bit. I'm sharing my screen for those with low vision, and I also have VoiceOver on for those of us listening. And VoiceOver is the screen reader on your iPhone. All right, so we'll start with the layout, and I'm going to touch the bottom of the screen. There's sometimes menus at the bottom that we can choose from. So I'm going to touch the lower left corner.
Show Map button.
And we have Show Map. And then next to that, I'm flicking to the right with one finger to move across the menu at the bottom.
Location Chooser, Orlando, City 3 of 17, adjustable.
Okay.
Swipe up or down
and
with one finger to adjust.
Right now I have it on Orlando, Florida. And this is a picker item. I can change the location just by flicking up or down. I'll do that once or twice. So if I flick up.
Dallas, City 4 of 17.
Okay, we have Dallas, and it even says City 4 of 17. And again, if I flick back down.
Orlando, City 3 of 17.
All right, we're back on Orlando. I'll leave it there for now. If we flick to the right to hear any other options at the bottom of this app, I'm going to go over one more.
Location List button. Double tap to view your location list or search for additional.
Right, this is a location list. We can double tap to see all of our locations in a list form rather than flicking up and down. But this is also where we would go to search for a location and add it to the list. And then I'm on Orlando though, and then we're going to start near the top left. And then we're going to flick to the right, or with your low vision, you're going to just start looking down all this information. So I'm going to flick to the right to move forward or down the list though, with one finger using VoiceOver.
Orlando, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, clear, high, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, low, 79 degrees Fahrenheit, heading.
Okay, and if I flick to the right again.
Warning, heat advisory, heading.
Heat advisory warning. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Heat advisory. These conditions are expected by 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Tuesday, August 18th. News, heading, chart. Dangerous heat. Humidity persists in Florida with little to no relief this week. The Palm Beach Post, open in news.
So there's a lot of advisory here going on.
Hourly forecast. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 7 a.m. Wind gusts are up to 11 miles per hour.
All right, now it's going to go into the hourly forecast. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Now, clear, 81 degrees, button. Show map, button.
All right. Sometimes the app will chop off some of the information and push you down into the bottom with your screen reader, hearing again the items at the bottom. So I'm going to start near the top again.
Warning, heat advisory. Heat advisory.
And I'm just going to flick to the right a bunch to get back into hourly.
News, heading, dangerous heat, hourly forecast. Now, clear, 2 a.m. Clear,
There we go.
80 degrees.
And you just keep flicking to the right.
3 a.m. Clear, 80 degrees. Button. 4 a.m. Clear, 79 degrees. Button. 5 a.m. Mostly clear, 79 degrees. Button.
You notice that we get the time and the temperature, and all of these are also buttons that you could tap with vision or double tap if using a screen reader to move into some more information. But let's keep going to the right.
Show map button.
And there's it pushing us into the show map button. It tends to like to do that when we flick to the right and we're just working our way down sometimes. So you have to be a little patient in engaging in this app sometimes, the way it jumps. The focus can jump.
Orlando. Warn. Heat. New. Day. Hour. Now. 2 a. 3 a. 4 a.m. 5 a.m. 6 a.m. Mostly clear. 6:56 a.m. Sunrise. Button. 7 a.m. Partly cloudy.
So you can also notice that it, even though you're in the hourly, it will give the sunrise and sunset in the hourly, which as you see isn't an actual even hour, but it does put that information in the hourly, which I think is really nice. So now that you get the idea of the hourly, then we can also turn the rotor. If you keep using your vision, you're going to look down and you'll move into the 10-day forecast and further information below that. But if you quickly want to move ahead to the 10-day forecast, instead of just flick to the right, through the hourly, we can use a gesture called the rotor gesture. And there are tutorials on this Tech Topics channel playlist that you can learn more and more about the rotor. But I call it the touch, twist, lift gesture, where you take two fingers. I use my thumb and my index finger with a little space between them, and I touch the screen, twist, and then lift my fingers off the screen. And it brings up a little invisible menu. This is strictly for voiceover users. As I mentioned, otherwise with low vision, you're just going to work your way down the screen. And so I'm going to do this until I hear headings.
Audio ducking, speaking rate, words, character, headings.
And there's headings. So now I can flick up or down to move among the different headings in this app. I'm going to flick up just to see if I've missed any.
Heading not found.
Okay, I haven't. There's nothing. I'm going to flick down.
Heading not found.
So you notice I'm hearing heading not found. You could be fooled into thinking there are no headings, but we know for a fact when we flicked right or left that there were. So I'm just going to move the focus and touch near the top a little bit.
Orlando, 81 degrees.
And now
Fahrenheit.
I'm going to flick down.
Warning, heat advisory, heading.
See, there's the heat advisory. Let's flick down some more.
News, heading. 10-day forecast, heading.
And there's our 10-day forecast. Once you find the 10-day forecast, you can go back to standard navigation by flicking to the right with one finger if using voiceover to move forward in the list of the 10-day forecast. I'll do that a little bit.
Today, thunderstorm, 30% chance of rain, high of 94, low of 79.
All right, and
Double
if I
tap
flick
for
right
additional
again.
Wednesday, thunderstorm, 55% chance of rain, high of 92, low of 79. Thursday, thunderstorm, 55% chance of rain, high of 92, low of 79.
And you get the idea.
Double tap for additional detail.
You get the idea of this 10-day forecast.
Friday, thunderstorm, 45% chance of rain, high of 91, low of 78.
All
Double
right.
tap for additional detail.
So I could double tap and move into additional details for each day as well. All right, but I can also go back to, I'm on headings still in this invisible rotor with voiceover, and I can flick down to go past the 10-day forecast even and see what's next.
Air quality, 36. Good.
All
Air
right.
quality index is 36, which is better than yesterday at about this time. Button, heading.
All right, so air quality, good. I'm going to now just, there's a lot of headings below here, so I could choose to either flick down through the headings or flick right. I'm going to opt to flick right to see what we have here. I'm flicking to the right with one figure with a voiceover, or simply working my way down the screen visually.
Precipitation, heading. Weather map snapshot. Clear. Averages, 5 degrees above average daily high. 94 degrees, average high. 89 degrees, average high. Button, heading. Feels like 83 degrees. It feels warmer than the actual temperature. Button, heading. Winds from 272 degrees west at 5 miles per hour. Gusts up to 11 miles per hour. Button, heading.
So you even get the direction of the wind as much as the wind gust.
UV index, 0, low. Use sun protection from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Minimum value, 1. Maximum value, 11 plus. Button, heading.
So here you not only get the UV index, which is important to know, always use sun protection, right? But you get the variables of, well, okay, if it's a, 3 or a 5, that's out of what range? And they give you that, which is nice.
Sunrise, 6:56 a.m. Sunset, 8:01 p.m. Button, heading.
All right, there's your sunrise and sunset.
Precipitation, 0.05 inches. Today 0.6 inches expected tomorrow. Button, heading. Visibility, 11 miles. Perfectly clear view. Button, heading.
And I'm just flicking my way to the right with one finger.
Moon, waxing crescent, illumination, 32%. Moonrise, 12:43 p.m. Next full moon, 10 days. Button, heading.
And I like hearing about the moon and the waxing and waning and when the next full moon will be. It's interesting information.
Humidity, 90%. The dew point is 77 degrees right now. Button, heading.
So we get, humidity is quite a factor that goes along with just, temperature. So it's nice to know that level.
Pressure, 30.02 inches of mercury. Falling. Button, heading. Open in maps. Button.
And now we're at the bottom.
Weather for Orlando. Learn more about weather. Show map. Button. Location chooser. Orlando.
Okay, we're
Humidity,
at the bottom.
90%.
So that is your layout for, one city or town that you might have up on your weather app. So let's work with the bottom. I'm not going to spend too much time on the weather map. I think that if you have some low vision, you will enjoy that. It does give some
location chooser. Orlando.
Sorry, it does give you some different temperatures with different places. It's not particularly in necessarily structured value that's beneficial with straight up information. So I'm going to skip over to this middle one.
Show location chooser. Orlando. City 3 of 17.
Right.
Adjustable.
And that's just going to easily, if I flick up or down, it changes the location.
Dallas. City 4 of 17. Nashville. City 5 of 17.
All right. I'm on Nashville. So now it just changes everything at the, on the rest of the screen in this weather app. So if I touch near the top, remember I'm in Nashville now.
Nashville. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly cloudy. Hourly forecast. Clear conditions expected around 2 a.m. Now. Partly 2 a.m. Mostly clear. 3 a.m. Mostly clear. 74 degrees. Show map button.
All right, so you get the idea. Whatever city I choose in this bottom picker that I can flick up or down to change the city, then displays all of the information on the main screen of this weather app. So whether I am in the hourly forecast, the 10-day forecast, or any of that other information, it's relevant to whatever town or city that I have on the picker item at the bottom middle, okay? So then we'll go to the bottom right, the lower right, that menu item.
Location list button. Double tap to view your location list or search for additional locations.
All right, so we can tap with Vision or double tap with one finger if using VoiceOver. Remember, with VoiceOver, what you hear is where you are. So when I touched that, I'll touch it one more time.
Location list button. Double tap to view your location list or search for additional locations.
Okay, I touched the location list. I heard it. So now with VoiceOver, I don't have to be exactly on the icon. Once I heard it, because what I hear is where I am, now I say, yes, I want to go there. I can double tap with one finger anywhere on the screen and it will be executed. I'll do that now.
Weather heading.
All right, weather heading. That's just a sign of where you are. That's, affirmation. I'm going to flick to the right.
More button. Pop-up button.
There's a more
Double
button.
tap to
I will.
activate the picker.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's flick to the right.
Portsmouth. Concord. 2:10 a.m.
Here's all your
67
locations.
degree. Orlando. 2:10 a.m. Dallas. 1:10 a.m. 87 degrees. Nashville. 1:10 a.m. 76 degrees. Partly cloudy. High. 87 degrees. Low. 70 degrees. Button.
I'll linger on each one for a minute.
Nashville. 1:11 a.m.
I was flicking very quickly, but I will linger on the next couple and let it read out everything that's on here when you flick to the right and what you land on and everything you hear for each location.
Honolulu. 8:11 p.m. 76 degrees. Mostly cloudy. High. 81 degrees. Low. 74 degrees. Button. Huangshan. 2:11 p.m. 81 degrees. Cloudy. High. 85 degrees. Low. 72 degrees. Button. Beijing. 2:11 p.m. 84 degrees. Partly cloudy. High. 85 degrees. Low. 73 degrees. Button.
All right, so you get the idea that you hear the temperature and the high and the low for each of those locations. If you want to, you could tap with Vision or double tap and move into that location, and then you would be seeing the screen we just talked about with the hourly and the 10-day and all that other information. All right, but what if we want to search for a city or a town?
Dictate button.
We're going to,
Tap to start dictate.
we have at the bottom, the keyboard is up, and we could type the name of a new place, or you can use the microphone button and dictate it. I'm using the microphone to record this tutorial, so I have to type. So I'm going to type a very short place, the short name of a place, I guess. I'm going to type in Bath.
Boston. Beijing.
Right, let's see.
212 Boston. 212 toolbar. Search for a city or airport. Search insertion.
There's the
search
keyboard.
field is edit.
And by the way, did you notice it also said you could search for a city or airport? And I have my keyboard up, so now I'm just going to type Bath.
Cat B. A T T H H.
All right. I typed Bath.
Search.
I can hit the search button in the lower right, and then you can tap on it, or then you can double tap on it with one finger if using VoiceOver. And now we're searching for places named Bath.
Button.
We're searching for places named Bath. I'm going to start near the top.
Bath. NH United Bath. ME United States. Button.
And that's the one I was looking for. It's the first result, Bath, Maine.
Bath. ME United States.
All right.
Button.
But if I flick to the right, there's others. Listen to this.
Bath. NH United States. Button.
Bath, New Hampshire.
Bath, England. Button.
Bath, England.
Bath. MI United States. Button.
So I'm going to go back up to Bath, Maine.
Bath, England. Bath. NH
I'm flicking to the left to move back up this list.
Bath. ME United States. Button.
That's the one I want. So I'm going to double tap with one finger on it. You could tap on it with low vision as well.
Close. Button.
And now we have all the information, just like we would have with the hourly, the 10-day, etc. for Bath, Maine.
Close. Add button.
But at the top,
close button.
There's a close button to close out of Bath, Maine, or to the right.
Add button.
We could add this to our list of, I guess I'd call them favorites, that in the bottom middle, that list where you could, it's a picker item, you flick up or down through your list of saved places that you've added. But let's keep going to the right. I'm going to flick to the right to work my way down the list.
Bath, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, high, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, low, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, heading.
I'll flick to the right again.
Hourly forecast, cloudy conditions tonight, continuing through the morning. Wind gusts are up to 3, now, mostly cloudy, 65 degrees, button. 3 a.m., mostly cloudy, 65 degrees, button.
And again, this is that same area I can, make sure the rotor is on headings.
Characters, headings.
And flick down with one finger.
10-day forecast, heading.
And I could quickly just skip over that hourly and get to the 10-day, and then flick to the right with one finger to work my way down that list.
Today, drizzle, 50% chance of rain, high of 75, low of 64.
Flick
Double
to the right
tap for
again.
addition. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high of 77, low of 63.
All right.
Double tap
Or I
for
can skip the whole
additional
10-day. I could skip the 10-day and I'm in heading still in this invisible rotor with voiceover, and flick down with one finger.
Air quality, 33.
And
Good.
now I'm beyond the 10-day and I'm on air quality and all of the other information below that. All right, so if I wanted to add Bath, Maine,
Add button.
I just go back up to the top right corner, touch Bath, tap that with your low vision to add it, or with voiceover, now that I've heard it, I could double tap here and add it to my list.
Add.
Okay, so
Enjoy image. A blue icon with a enjoying weather.
it wants me to rate the app.
Tap a star to rate it on 1 star on 2 stars, 3 stars on selected.
If this pops up for you in any app, might want you to rate it. I'm kind of glad it came up because you flick to the right with voiceover and you're going to work your way down this list of your rating the app. And if you don't feel like rating it, you'll get to, if you keep flicking to the right.
4 stars on selected button. 5 stars on selected. Not now.
Not
button.
now. If you don't feel like doing it right now, you can tap on that or double tap with voiceover. Here we go.
Weather, heading.
So that was funny, that popped up. All right, let's touch the screen and see where we're at.
Honolulu, 8, Huangshan, Beijing.
We're in all our
2:16
list.
PM, 84 degrees. Boston, New York, 26, Zurich, Vienna, Juneau, Canton, Luxembourg, Brussels, Amsterdam, New Durham, Bath, 2:16
And there's Bath,
AM,
it's added.
65 degrees.
Bath has been added. It's in that list. Let's double tap on it with voiceover to go to it.
Bath, 65
All right, so now we
degrees
can
Fahrenheit.
also see that we are on it, because if we go to the bottom middle,
Location chooser, Bath, City 18 of 18.
as you notice now it's City 18 of 18. This is that picker list. So if I flick down,
New Durham, City 17 of 18.
I'll flick down once more.
Amsterdam, City 16 of 18.
All right, now I can flick back up.
New Durham, City 17 of 18. Bath, City 18 of
I'm
18.
just showing you that Bath is definitely in this added list here, the picker. I want to go back over to the right, though, the lower right.
Location list, button. Double tap to view your
And
location
I'm
list or
going-
search for additional location.
I'm going to double tap on that again and go back into
Bath,
this.
65
This is
degrees
all,
Fahrenheit. Location list.
sorry. This is where all our list of places is located in one big list, the 18 places. It's also where we can search. That's where we searched for Bath and brought it up, and then we added it. But I wanted to talk about, remember I mentioned in the top right,
More button.
there was
Pop-up
that
button.
more button. I wanted to double tap on there, and let's see what's in it.
Edit list button.
So in more, we can edit the list. I'm going to flick to the right.
Notifications button.
We can manage some notifications.
Celsius button.
We can change. Did you notice all the temperatures were in Fahrenheit? But if you like Celsius, or you're in a part of the world that deals with Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, you can change what will be presented for temperatures. And you would just double tap on here to highlight it or select it.
Selected Fahrenheit button.
And notice right now Fahrenheit is highlighted or selected. And I say that because those are the same thing. If you're using Vision, you would see it's highlighted. If you're using a screen reader, they like to say it's selected. Okay, and so Fahrenheit is selected, but you could easily change it to Celsius if you wished.
Units button. Report an issue button.
You can report an issue.
Dismiss context menu.
And
button.
now we can dismiss the context menu and get out of this particular list inside this more options. So I'll double tap on that.
Bath, 2:19 a.m. New Durham, 2:19 a.m. 65 degrees.
All right, so I just picked a place.
60.
All right, so that really gives you a good start on how to navigate your weather app. That is wonderful because it comes with your iPhone. So you have your weather right there handy to learn the hourly, to learn the 10-day, to learn all about, sunrise, sunset, the moon, the humidity, all that information for so many different, places you can put in your list. That's your special list at the bottom middle, or you can search for more different locations in that lower right option. So I hope this has helped you to learn to navigate the weather app beyond what you can do with Siri. I hope you practice and enjoy. And until the next time, thank you for joining.